Dear student, now I give lecture on characteristics of water turbines, governing of water turbines, selection of water turbines, choice of size and number of generator units. First we studied about the characteristics of water turbines. The first characteristic is head. The reaction turbine of various turbines can be used for operating heads up to 500 meter only, and the Belton turbines are used for operating head above 500 meter. Turbine setting. A Belton wheel turbine is always set usually 2 meter above the tail race level. The Francis turbine is placed at a level very near or below tail race level. The run away period. This is the maximum period at which a turbine wheel would run with all gates open so as to allow all possible inflow under maximum head. The generator coupled to the turbine must be capable of withstanding full runaway speed of turbine. Next characteristic is specific feed. The speed of a geometrically similar water turbine that would develop 1 metric horsepower under a head of 1 meter. The specific speed of turbine is given by ns equal to n root of pt divided by h power 1.25, where ns is the specific rotational speed in metric units, n be the rotational speed of turbine, pt be the output in metric hp, h be the effective head in meters. Next characteristics is constant speed curves. In hydroelectric power plants, the turbines operate at constant speed. The discharge and heavy vary so as the discharge and head vary so as to keep the speed constant. The turbine output is measured by brake arrangements. Then governing of water turbine. Now you see the diagram. The diagram consists of centrifugal governor, floating lever, control valve, drive from turbine, restoring linkage, turbine nozzle or gate mechanism, piston rod, servo motor, oil out, oil in. This is the governing of water turbines. How the water turbine works, and now we detailedly studied about the governing of water turbines. To have electrical output of constant frequency, it is necessary to maintain the speed of alternator driven by the turbine. This is controlled by the flow of water entering the turbine by the automatic adjustment of guide vanes in reaction turbine and nozzle need in the case of impulse turbines. At the time of decrease in load on the impulse turbines, the governor reduces the water from the power nozzle and surplus water is diverted with the help of auxiliary relief nozzle. In case of reaction turbines, there are pressure regulators for discharging the water from the casing to the tail race at the time of drop in load. The speed responsive element, usually flyball mechanism or centrifugal governor. The control valve to supply fluid under pressure to the servo motor in order to activate the turbine control mechanism. The use of control valve and servo motor is to amplify the small force created by the flyballs. The restoring mechanism to hold the servo motor in fixed position when the turbine output and the load demand are equalized. The fluid pressure supply required for action of servo motor. Centrifugal governor may be belt driven or by small electric motor. This is the function of governing of water turbine. From the diagram you clearly explain the governing of water turbine. Then selection of water turbine. Already we studied about the characteristics of water turbine and then governing of water turbines. Now selection of water turbine. The selection of water turbine depends on various factors such as working head, available discharge, speed, output and nature of the load. The effective head under which the turbine is to operate gives the first guide to selection of turbine. For high speed, that is 500-meter, Welton wheel turbine is employed. For 30-meter above and 500-meter below, Francis turbine is employed. For low head below 70-meter, propeller turbine is used. In some cases, for 200-meter, both Belton wheel and Francis turbine can be used. A number of higher specific speed will generate more power for the same head, resulting in a small size of turbo alternator and powerhouse. This is the selection of the points. Before you select the water turbine, these are the factors to be considered for the selection of water turbine. The last one is the choice of size and number of generator units. The load on power station is never constant but varies at a different time frame of the day owing to varying demands, and the generating plant should have the capacity to meet the maximum demand only. So how to choose size and number of generating? First, load on the power system. The second one, if one unit is made to meet the maximum demand of power station, the plant will be operating on full load only for short duration only and will be running light or even practically on no load for rest of the time only. In order to maintain reliability and continuity of supply at all times, another unit of equal capacity is required. With one unit, the reliability of operation is reduced. If the unit is under repair, then the community of supply is lost unless there is a second unit present at which increases the capital cost. Alternatively, the small generating units can be chosen such that to work on suitable portions on load curve in such a way that each will operate on at load giving maximum efficiency. With the increase in number of units, area required is more and cost maintenance is more only. Therefore, compromise to be made in selection of size and number of generating units. Smaller size of units and to fit them on the load curve. Neither we should go for single generating unit or large capacity nor for large number of generating units of smaller size only. So in this video we studied about the characteristics of water turbine. We can consider head, running speed, runaway speed, then everything you have to consider. Then you have to choose the, that means turbine. Another one is selection of turbines. Before you have to selecting the turbine, you have to consider some factors. Then governing of mechanism. So four types of turbine is there: Francis turbine, propeller turbine, Kaplan turbine, Welton wheel turbine. So the four types of turbine, that means are classified, that means based on the reaction and impulse turbine only. So first we know the governing of turbine, then only you can understand the how can choose the turbine for the particular applications. Then finally choice of size and number of generating units. So we have to finalize the size and number of generating units. Thank you student for